easy go.
Right guys, this is going to be a prestige solo for the Warlock, showing you how to farm for the duty bound auto rifle this week. So if you're just interested in the run, then skip to the time on the screen. If you want to know what modifiers I'm using, what weapons and all of that, then keep watching. So first I'll show you the card, okay? So that's going to be 0 power handicap, solar singe and heavyweight. So it's real simple on the modifiers end. It's just so that I'm showing you how to, you know, this is a farm, you're not looking to impress anybody, we're just looking to farm the chests as much as we can. So put on these modifiers and you'll be good. As for subclass choice, of course it's a solar singe Nightfall, so we go Dawnblade. We use solar grenade, it's a real strong one, far stronger than Firebolt and Fusion, so that's why we're using that. We're going to opt with Empowered and Rift over Healing, because you're not really needing Heal and Rift in this one. Yes, there's a lot of adds and it is beneficial, but it's far more beneficial to have the increased damage, especially for the boss. So we get a 30% increase in damage there. It does not affect abilities, only weapon, just like it says on the perk there. We're going to use Bottom Tree mainly for this perk here. So Everlasting Fire. So killing an enemy with Daybreak extends it, just like it says. So if you keep killing ads, your super lasts a real long time. So I really like Bottom Tree. I'm not a fan of Top. Don't like Top Tree. There's some of the perks in it I do like, but overall I prefer Bottom. Another perk that's worth mentioning is Phoenix Dive. It's super good, this. Who needs healing rift when you've got this? This is basically constant healing. It is on a cooldown. I don't know the exact seconds of it. Might be 2 to 3 seconds. But that's real good, that. And also I will say about it is, so basically what it's doing is when you're jumping up in midair and then descending, you're getting health regen. The higher you are in the air, the more health regen you get. If you're high enough, you can be one shot, jump up in the air, Phoenix Dive, and you'll get your full health back. Just like that. So it's proportionate to how high you are. If you only, you know, jump once, do it, Phoenix Dive, you're going to get a little bit of health. But I really like this perk. Super good. The other two, like I said, not worth mentioning. They are really good, but for these two perks, that's why I've chosen it. As for armor exotics, we're going to use Lunafaction boots so that we can get the automatic weapon reloads during our rift. As for weapons, we're going to be using Devils, Manannan and Sleeper Simulant. I have my Manannan on Arc. To be honest with you, you can go ahead and put yours on Solar, because I thought I would maybe use this more. I thought I would need it more than what I did, because there's a lot of arc shields, but the Sleeper Simulant deals with it. So yeah, you can go ahead and put that on Solar. So Sleeper Simulant, it is the best heavy for this Nightfall this week, without a doubt. Mainly because of what it can do to Ogres, what it can do to Knights, and what it can do to the boss. It's very versatile and it's easy to use. Knights will not dodge your blast as often as they would with rockets. I only done my Hunter run with rockets because that's easily paired with Celestial Night Hawk. You know, it's good to shoot, dodge and all this. But on the Titan or the Warlock, it's Sleeper Simulant, I think. So yeah, using that. So that's the weapons and the subclass and everything. It's on with the Warlock solo. So in terms of subclasses, this one is real reliable. mainly because you've got the damage output for the ogres, you've got Empower and Rift, and this class is very forgiving for boss damage, especially with Sleeper Simulant as well. So you can add an extra multiplier with your heavyweight and your Solar Singe, Force and Power and Rift. So you can miss crits and you'll still 2-phase this boss, which I'll get into when we get there. So for this first section you want to sleeper the wizard, as the wizard won't move, you know, they'll be asleep. It's an easy kill. Then you'll have 3 acolytes left and then 3 acolytes right side. Just want to take those out. Just be careful when they're throwing their solar nades. Try not to sit in one of their nades for too long. Once the ads are down, go and scan the ghost. Now the way I do it, there's different ways, but I'm concerned with killing the wizard straight away. So the wizard spawns above that tower there, which you can one-shot that wizard also. And then what I like to do is come to middle, so that all the thrall group up on me and I can kill them easily, rather than them hiding a lot. If you stand say on the left or the right, they'll hide behind towers and stuff. When there's an audio cue, that means the next phase is coming in, which we're concerned with killing a major knight first. This one here, he dodges my first sleeper, which is a rare occurrence to be honest. They don't usually dodge sleeper shots. Once you've taken out that knight, you need to back right up to where I am. You can even put an Empower and Rift up back here and just work up on all the acolytes and everything. Plus I'm kind of farming for my super as well. When I feel it's a good time, I use that. There's no point to hang on your super in this Nightfall, because your super's not really doing anything for you. It's just speeding up, you know, killing ads and stuff. Because Sleeper Simulant does so much work, you know, it can handle knights. You know, it can handle pretty much everything in the Nightfall. That using your supers, like I said, it's just to help you with ads. All it is. So like you see here, you have a knight in middle also. You're seeing there Phoenix Dive. If you were ever weak like that and you're in mid-air already, do a Phoenix Dive, you'll get your health back. It saves your life, as you're seeing there. Once all your ads are down, for the next phase you're gonna have 2 groups of thrall. So just back up a little, kill each pack. You should have full heavy, as you're rarely using sleeper because of how much damage it does per shot. Do an Empower and Rift around about here. Push the door slightly, the door will open. Back up into your rift, and sleeper the ogre in your rift. Now it depends. Sometimes you will one phase the ogre, sometimes you won't with the sleeper shot. You can then sleeper the knights, and they're a one shot as well. That's the thing with Sleeper Simulant, you get a lot of value out of it because of how much damage it does per shot, and you get 8 shots. You know, with rockets you're only getting 6 and they do less damage than Sleeper. So yeah, Sleeper's the one to go for this week. In this room, if you don't have, you know, max heavy, you will get it. As you're guaranteed minimum 4 bricks, which 1 brick each is 2 ammo. Okay, so with the next room, we're gonna have a bunch of acolytes and a wizard to deal with. Same as the intro, you want to deal with that wizard while they are asleep. You don't want to try and mess around you may as well, it's kind of a free kill there. Once a wizard's down, you just have to take out all acolytes. Do not pick up that relic until all acolytes are killed. Mainly because the relic is the trigger for the next ad spawn, which the next set of ads will spawn after relic dunk, which will be one major knight and acolytes. Plus the shrieker will start shooting at you, so you definitely want all acolytes killed first. Then go for the relic, do a grenade instantly, and then sleep of the night. That should be enough to kill your knight. If not, then just put another sleeper shot into them. Now I was looking at my radar here, I realised there was another acolyte alive. Make sure everything's down. Now we're just waiting for the shrieker to close up. For whatever reason he's not shooting at me, so I just thought, what the hell, just dunk. That isn't always the case. Usually what will happen is the shrieker will just keep shooting at you and shooting at you. But once the shrieker stops, that's when you need to do the dunk. Don't do the dunk unless you have full health. Because even though it's just one shrieker, you can still die by it if your health's low. Okay, so for this room, there's just going to be a couple of acolytes and a major. You could use your super in this room, but I prefer to use it later on. I actually save it. Plus, this room does not take a long time to clear.
We can't let the Hive use these to fuel their magic.
Okay, so once you're good, you can then start taking the purple crystals out. We're approaching the 2 Ogre room, which can potentially be the hardest room or the easiest room, as long as you do, as long as you're patient and do things right. So how we wish to deal with it is we stand back in this room, we use a scout rifle to shoot his arm, because he'll hide from you. Thing is, after so much damage, that he'll have no choice but to confront you. When he does, you can put one sleeper shot into him. Don't do a rift here, because the idea is not to kill your ogre. The idea is just to get him one shot. Reason being is if you kill the ogre, the second ogre will then spawn up on the other side of the room, leaving you out of position to kill him. Yeah, get your first ogre one shot, then go into the room, and you need to go to the back of the map. Try and stay close to the wall, like so, as there's ads. And then you jump up on here, and then up onto this platform. This is where you're going to deal with things. So first I'm just checking I have the ogre's attention, do an empower and rift. Nade the first ogre, that nade should kill him, and then spawn kill the second ogre, which can either take one shot or 2 shots, it depends. But just be prepared for the second, because you might not always get lucky with one shot. This is the part where I save my super for. Reason being is that there's like 4 acolytes, and if they all hit you at the same time, you die. Not only that, you need to rush the room because there's 2 knights behind you. So I just feel as though it's worth to use my super on that. This is another room where you fill back up on heavy. I already had a lot of heavy to start with. You should have max heavy leaving there. Now with this section, this is how we'll deal with it. We jump over the knights, jump to this top platform. We're waiting for our health, and we have 3 targets to kill first. We want to kill both knights, both wizards, then there'll be a knight to kill as well. The knights and adds to our right we don't even bother with. As long as you kill those 3 targets next to the relic, then you're good. Once you're happy with that, you can then run past all these and run for the relic. There'll be a load of thralls spawn from that door. If you have a nade, try and spawn kill them like that. Just watch behind you as there will still be some ads alive. See their Phoenix dive. help me out again. So picking up the relic will spawn the next wave of ads, which will be a bunch of thrall rushing you and some curse thrall as well. We're going to have two major knights, one will be on the outside and one will be on the inside. Again, Sleeper deals with the knights no problem. And at this minute time we're just taking out everything, making sure not to take risks. Before you go into this next room you want to shoot that bomb there, as it kills a lot of acolytes. You want to kill these acolytes on the right first before you approach the knight. Trying to get the knight to spawn his shield and sleep him down. And what you'll notice is there's no ads in the next section. That's because we never juggled the relic. You could juggle the relic and you would have had it already, but I prefer just to clear all the ads, then go back for the relic. Now we've got the relic and then we take it in, and then you'll have the next spawn, which is 3 ogres and a bunch of acolytes. What we're going to do, we're going to stay up top, we'll drop our relic here, do an Empower and Rift. You can then take out the ogres from here with Sleeper. Once you've taken out those, you then need to clear out the acolytes. I just decided to use my super here, as we're not needing it anytime soon, so I just thought, why not? Plus it's a handy way to clear out any ads that are hiding in that room. Once you've done your super, you need to go and pick that relic up, because by the time you've done a super, the relic will despawn and you'll need to go and pick it up again. So here I'm just double checking that the double shrieker room has no more ads. I come back here, the reason being is so that the shriekers close up like you see, and then we'll go into the shrieker room. You want to head for the left or right pillar, and you want to stand here, wait for your health regen. I'm looking at that shrieker on the right side and waiting for so that he closes up, just like that. Closed up for a brief second, I rushed the spawn and got the dunk. Yes, I died, but we're playing our life on purpose. Because if you get the dunk and die at the same time, it's good because you end up spawning at the wizards. That's why we don't have extinguish on, so you definitely don't want it on, as it's hard to survive the shrieker dunk with the loadout that we have. If I went ahead and ran this Nightfall with a grenade launcher, then yeah, I could survive the shriekers, but the problem is with that is boss damage. You're not going to get the boss damage out, so yeah, just always play for your life. You sometimes might survive the shrieker dunk, it just depends. Once you've taken out the 2 wizards, you should have max heavy or near 2.
Yeah, great idea, but there aren't any powered crystals in here. I take it back. Together,
and with the Thrall Cave, we're gonna basically run through it. If you are like me, then just take this route. Just be careful, sometimes they can block doors and things. Once you're at the boss room, shooting the relic, the purple crystal will have all the thrall disappear. I jump up on this rock so that thrall can't get me. I shoot down the crystal, Empower and Rift, and then put in 2 shots on the first teleport. Try and shoot his slit, that way you can get more shots in. And the boss nearly one phase off it, not quite though. I'd never use my solar nade on the first teleport, as that screws up your damage. You don't want to do that. You can by all means solar nade on the second teleport, just don't do it on the first one, as you won't get 2 sleeper shots in. You'll only end up getting 1 and the second will be immune, which you don't want. So now we're jumping up to this rock and we can safely take out knights and acolytes. I choose to kill the knight on the right, which means I'm going to leave the left knight alive. If you kill the left knight before you've killed all adds, the boss is going to open up before you want him to. As we're wanting heavy drops, you know, we have 2 shots, but you want backup shots just in case, which there is a major that we get to kill for more heavy. It's that knight there that we're going to keep alive, so we're just killing all the acolytes around him. There's the major there for the second brick. So we've got 2 shots, we'll get another 2. Okay, so once you've cleared out all your adds, apart from the knight of course, you want to pick up your heavy, and I ended up doing damage from this speaker here. Just because I can reliably shoot him on both teleports. You do an Empower Rift on top of here, you sleeper the knight, then you immediately sleeper the shrieker. Get a couple of shots in there, you'll then teleport to mid and finish off with a super, or with sleeper. I had another sleeper shot there.
We won't forget what you did today.
Yeah, as long as you're getting critical hits, you're good to go for ammo. Doesn't take a lot of shots. But yeah, that was the solo for the Warlock. On this run, yeah, I did get the duty bound. So this farming strategy does work. You've seen my score. Okay, my score was no good. Look at the score, 4K score, right? And I got the duty bound. So that's living proof right there that you don't need to get a high score. I'm glad that happened there on my solo. So that was the duty bound there, which the main perk is that it's got rampage on it, but and it's a 600 RPM auto. But anyways, that was my Warlock solo on how to farm the duty bound. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.